Hey guys, good evening. Welcome to the Business Opportunity Call. We're going to be talking about Beachbody. We're going to be talking about coaching. I am so excited to share with you guys this information. I hope you're pumped as well. Hopefully you guys have done a little bit of research on what coaching is all about before you even hopped on the call. Maybe you went on Google, did your little research, right? I hope you did. At least that's what I did when I decided that I was going to be a coach. I wanted to know a little bit more about it. So don't just take my word for it. If you follow me for a while, you know that I'm passionate about what I do. I've been a coach for a really long time. It's actually going to be 5 years next month. And I can't believe that it's been this long. It really is true that they said what they say about, time flies when you're having fun. I totally agree with that. I have had the most wonderful time, the most wonderful experience. I love what I do. I'm passionate about it. If you follow me, you know. So I know I'm a little biased. So don't just take my word for it when I say coaching is great. Go online, do your research, YouTube it, Google it. You will see that all the stuff that I tell you guys, we're very transparent with everything because we want to bring the right people into our team. It does us like zero good to recruit people or to find people to join our team that, later on, like 2 or 3 months down the road, are like, oh, this is really not for me. Like, you waste your time, we waste our time trying to train you, right? Trying to mentor you, and then you waste your money. We don't want any of that. We want people who are excited about the business, people who are coming in ready to learn, people who know that this opportunity is a right fit for them. So what I'm going to be sharing with you guys tonight is completely 100% from the heart. All the information that you will hear me speak on is my experience as a coach. If you have questions, I can actually, let me check really quick into the group. I have it up just to make sure that you guys didn't post questions there that I did not see. Let me just pull it up really quick because I hate to leave questions unanswered. I know that when I decided to be a coach, I had a lot of questions. I wasn't very confident about the business. Honestly, you guys, I was one of those skeptics. I really thought, this was some kind of pyramid scheme, that it was my best friend who invited me. And I was like, you know what? Why is she trying to talk me into this thing? So I'm going to have to, learn how to sell stuff. I don't know how to sell stuff. I'm like that kid that, the dad had to buy all the chocolate bars so that I could get it to go on the field trip because I really suck at selling stuff. And so I thought, this is not a good fit for me. And I also, I had just had a baby when I signed up to be a coach. I actually didn't sign up for the business opportunity at all. I was overweight. I gained a ton of weight in my pregnancy, and I just figured, I saw my friend was posting about this shake and this program that she was doing, and I had no idea that it was related. But like, I had just bought a home workout program, and I didn't even know you could have a coach for that. And I was just doing it on my own, and I was feeling kind of good. And then I started seeing her post about it and how she knew what to eat. And I'm like, I don't know what to eat. And then she started talking about how she was doing a program with other people. And I was on my own little island, isolated, trying to figure it all out. So I was like, you know what? Why not join her? And so when she contacted me, actually, she invited me. She said, I want you to sign up to be a coach. And I was like, you're crazy. I have 65 pounds to lose. I don't want any part of your pyramid scheme. So I was that skeptic person. I actually didn't want to buy the shakes either. I was just like, I just want to lose some weight. Can you help me out? And that's pretty much how I started. This was 4 years ago. So I'm gonna share my slide with you guys because I do get a little bit off track if you let me. So I'm a little bit of a squirrel here, confession time. You may hear my kids yelling in the background. That's just because it's bedtime. My husband is trying to, yeah, she's right here. So if you join our team, know that you will see, she's here to say goodnight. You will see this face quite a bit because my kids, they work, I work from home. Mom. Good night, sweetie. I will see you in the morning. Good night, Valentina. I work from home. My office is in my house and my loft. So, this is what you get. This is how coaching works. So let me pull up the beginning of my slide here, which that's not it. That's the end. So I don't get too squirrel on you guys and I can kind of stay on track. So if you are watching this and you have no idea who I am, my name is Bianca O'Brien. I am 39 years old. I'm married. I live in Florida. I'm originally from Brazil, but we live in South Florida. We moved here, I want to say 5 years ago. Yeah, about 5 years ago, because I was pregnant with Allie when we moved from New York. So we originally lived in New York, but we are in Florida now. We live close to Miami, about an hour north. We have 3 girls. I have 3 beautiful, beautiful girls, a 16-year-old, a 5-year-old, which is the one that's just said goodnight. And I also have a baby that's 3. I guess she's not a baby anymore. But I am a retired nurse. I was actually able to, after I had my third child, so after Valentina was born, I had been coaching for about a year or so. And I was one of those nurses that really shouldn't have been a nurse at all. I love helping people, but I do not belong in a hospital. And so I hated my job. I really didn't enjoy it at all. I was working med surg, and I was dreading going into work every day. And I had been coaching for about a year and a half at that point. And when it was time for me, and I took my maternity leave after I had my baby. And when it was time for me to go back to work, I was like, I don't want to go back to work. Like, I really want to stay home. And my husband, he's a financial advisor. So he was actually like, at that point, I was coaching for a year and a half. But when I tell you guys that I really don't do this for the money, I had no idea how much I was making. I was a year and a half into my business, and I was literally just kind of like signing up people here and there. I wasn't very serious about the business. I would just share my transformation. I would post something online or something like that, or I'll talk to people about it. And people were signing up, and eventually they were getting transformations and they were becoming coaches. So my team was growing. I was doing all the right things. I just wasn't being very focused. So I had no idea how much I was making. But my husband, when I was like, I don't want to go back to the hospital. I hate working there. And I was talking to him, and I didn't want to leave my baby who was so little. And my husband was like, well, we pay $500 a week in daycare for you to go to work. And you make about $500 as a coach right now. So basically, if you didn't go back to work, it's like we're not any different. Like, I was making about $300, to go to work. And I was like, well, I can make $300 more if I stay home. And so he's like, well, then why don't you do that? So I quit. I quit my nursing job. I put in my 2 weeks notice and I left, and I've never looked back. That was about 2.5 years ago. And I don't have any regrets from that. And so this is one of the main reasons why I'm so passionate about this business, because it allowed me to be home with my baby. It allowed me to be a more present mom for my other kids. And it just gave me the out that I needed out of the hospital that I really did not want to be in anymore. And so I get to work from home now. I actually am a flight attendant. I've been a flight attendant for 15 years. I've never left that job. I don't fly a whole lot. I fly maybe 1 or 2 trips a month, but I'll never leave that job because I do love it. And like I said, I've been a coach since October of 2013. Total, I've lost 70 pounds since I started. I am the leader of Team Renegade Fire, which you might meet some of the leaders on our team later if they can hop on. I gave them an out on this one. If they can hop on, great. If not, then it will be just me. But I am a 3-star diamond coach. I was a 2018 premier coach. That might not mean anything to you guys. It's just some titles that I've earned in the past 4 years as a coach. That means I've reached a certain level of success, and it's not by personal merit. Those are all reflections of what my team has accomplished. So I'm not anything out of the ordinary. I'm just a busy hot mess mom. If you follow me, you know this. I don't have it all together. I am not the most organized. I am not, I am the person that you would look at and say she's the least likely to be successful as a coach. And yet I am over here, holding my own. So I really love what I do. I love that I get to help people on a daily basis. And I'll share with you guys a little bit more about what we do as we go on through the slides. So basically, if you are here on this call, it's because somebody invited you to be to take a look at this opportunity. Maybe they saw something in you that they thought would make you a good coach, or maybe you've been following them and you're thinking, I wonder if this is for me. A lot of times the people on these calls are people who have been through a challenge group, or, they come in to Beachbody kind of like I did as a client, and then they start to get results, and people start asking them, like, what are you doing? Because you look so great. And so a lot of times the people on this call are just, they like the idea. They're not sure if it's for them. They don't know, what kind of people are we actually looking for? And so I want to put your hearts at ease, because there's a lot of things that people think that coaches have to be, and I promise you that your idea of what a coach needs is probably not what we're looking for at all. So a lot of people think that a coach is a fitness or a nutritional expert, or they have to be some kind of personal trainer or have some kind of like fitness background, and that is so untrue. A coach is also not a salesperson. So if you suck at sales, kind of like I do, you're in a good place, because you do not have to be a good salesperson at all. You also don't have to be at their goal weight. Hello, I was 6 65 pounds overweight when I started. And you definitely don't have to have it all together, right? You can have a lot of things. Maybe you don't have a whole lot of friends on Facebook, or maybe you don't think that you're going to be able, like, you don't want to sell to your friends or your family, or, a lot of things that you may think of it may be a misconception. And so let me tell you what kind of people make great coaches. People who are positive, upbeat, people who love life. These are people who are naturally just a positive, enthusiastic person that people look to for advice, right? They're self-motivated. They don't wait for people to tell them what to do, and they really have a passion for helping others. It really comes from your personality, and I'll tell you, you don't have to be an outgoing person. You may look at me and say, wow, she is so outgoing, and it really is the opposite. I'm actually a big introvert. I like to be alone. And coaching has brought this side out of me. And so I back 5 years ago, I would never in 100 million, gazillion, billion years think that I would be hosting a call for other people talking about the business opportunity. But this is all something that was nurtured in me, that was always in me, and something that I became good at. So the things that you think that you may need and that you don't have are all qualities that you probably appreciate on the coach that you follow. And then you say, wow, she's so confident. I wish I had that. And if that's the case, trust me, it's because you have that in you. You just need to nurture and develop it. So as long as you're somebody that really wants to be the best version of you, and you're committed to being an example for others, then you are in the right place. You can be a great coach. I always say not everybody can be a good coach, but anyone can be a good coach, if that makes sense, right? It's definitely not for everybody. The wrong people come into this business, they bounce on it like a bouncy ball. Like, they will come on, either they'll try to sell or they'll push products because they are only in it for the money, or they'll do it for all the wrong reasons, and they won't be successful. So it's kind of like, right away if this is for you or not. And again, if you have that little that little instinct inside of you thinking, oh, I think this might be for me, then I encourage you not to just listen to this call, but to talk to the person who invited you. Ask them what made them want to be a coach, and then ask them their personal story and what do they love about coaching, and then do your own research the company, research what other people are saying about Beachbody, because we're a company that's been around for 20 years. We've literally been around since 1998, and you may have heard of a lot of our products, but you don't associate it with our company. Yes, it is a network marketing company, but it is a network marketing company unlike other network marketing companies. You're never going to have to do a home party, like those, that people call you to and they make you buy stuff. You never have to do anything like that. You also don't have to purchase any inventory. So you're not you don't have to resell stuff. You don't have to buy a bunch of Shakeology and leave it in your house and then sell it to people. That's not what this is about at all. So what coaching is actually just being a cheerleader for people. So you're going to use the products, you're going to become a product of the products, you're going to share that that journey with others, be it on social media or be it, face to face, or, however you choose to run your business. And when people are interested and they want to get started, you will send them a link and they will go to that website that you're going to set up. Beachbody puts it together. You just have to put your picture, your little bio there, and then they will go on there and they'll purchase. And then Beachbody takes care of the rest. That stops it right there. You don't have to do anything else from that point on. They will go order it, they'll put in their credit card, they'll get registered. Beachbody will sell them a package to their house, and then they'll take care of customer service, technical issues, anything that they, on that end, they will take care of. You are just somebody that's there to cheer them on from that point on. You're going to help them have success with their journey, and you do that by being an example of how the products work. So what do we do on a daily basis? Like I said, we follow the programs, we eat clean. So it's very much an old-fashioned way of getting results. If you guys know this, there's a lot of gimmicks out there. There's a lot of quick fixes, and not to bash on any other company, but that's completely opposite of what we do. Yes, we use a superfood shake, but it is not something that has any kind of chemicals in it or that people depend on for results. It's not a weight loss shake. It is completely different. You guys will learn more about what Shakeology is and what it does for you once you're in the challenge groups. But what we promote is a healthy lifestyle. So it's exercise and eating clean. It's the only thing that's ever worked weight loss ever in the history of times. And so we are advocates for healthy weight loss or for healthy living. And then we share, as we do this for ourselves, we share that on our social media, and we invite other people to participate in our challenge groups. Now, we run these challenge groups every month. So, we do it as a team. So we do it together. There's not just one person running it, it's a whole team. And so you get all the coaches in there, and we give support to everybody that's in that challenge group. So say you come in as a coach or as a new coach, let's say you sign up today, and then you're like, well, I think this is a great idea. I want to sign up as a coach, and I'm going to invite my sister and my best friend to do it with me. And so they sign up under you. You're going to get the commission. You're going to put them in the challenge group with us. So the three of you will be mentored by the whole team, right? So all together, they're going to get the support that they need. Now, remember, we're not personal trainers, so we're not telling people what workouts to do. We're just telling them, okay, this is your program. This is how you follow it. So it really is a team effort, because people get very confused on what clean eating is. There's a lot of fad diets out there. There's a lot of misconceptions, and there's a lot of things that people are doing that is not healthy. And so we teach them what's healthy within their limitations. So, there's a different program for everybody. And so we will help you pick the best program for you. And then we'll help you help your clients pick the best program for them, so that they're following something that fits in with their lifestyle, so they can have the support and the accountability that they need to get results. Basically, what we do on a daily basis is we help people get results. So we are really focused in these groups. When you come in, you're going to be a client first, and you're going to, as you're doing your training, your new coach training, you're going to be learning the ins and outs of a challenge group and how it works. And you're going to be focused on your journey first, because you cannot promote a product that you're not using yourself. So you're going to, usually we put new coaches in a shorter program. So like a 21-day program is perfect, because you can do your 21-day results. And people, that 21-day fix is probably our best seller. It is a program that is really like clean eating for dummies, and the thing just works. People come in and they drop 15, 20 pounds on their first 21 days. And so it's a really good program to put new coaches through, because it's fast. In 3 weeks, you have your results to start advertising and bringing your new clients, attracting, the people that you want to work with. And so this is all great, and this is what we do on a daily basis. So you're going to learn all of this as you go through our new coach training. So as you're doing this, you are going to learn, what to do as a coach, and you're going to start bringing in people. So the benefits of being a coach, obviously, if nothing else, you'll get in shape, which is awesome, but you also get to be your own boss. So you're going to tell us how you're going to run your business. You're going to tell us, like, how long do you have to work at your business each day? Like, how much time do you have to invest in this business? And then you're going to tell us, what you expect to get out of it. So you're going to give us, for example, an income goal. Like, I want to make $500 a week. Great. So we're going to, help you set up a plan, an action plan to actually get to those $500 a week. So you're going to be the one to tell us how you want to run this business. So you're basically your own boss. You don't have a boss. We're never going to tell you have to make $200 this week. We make nothing off of what you make. So your commissions, whoever you bring in, whatever you make is yours to keep. Like, we don't get anything on top of that. So there's no benefit for us, to tell you what to do. You're going to tell us. And as long as you're successful and you're reaching the goals that you set for yourself, then we're happy. You're going to make your own hours. You're going to have an additional source of income. And, it takes time, you guys. I'm not going to lie to you. You're not going to come in making $1,000 a week. That could be a goal that you set for a year from now, 2 years from now, which is great. It is a learning process, as with any job. Like, when I became a nurse and I started working, it took me about 6 months before they let me on my own, right? They had somebody mentoring me and teaching me the ins and outs of nursing, so I didn't make a mistake. And so I wasn't really trusted to do my job by myself. And so I was checked off by that mentor, right? And so you're going to kind of have the same thing, with the exception that, you're learning as you go. You can still be a coach as you're learning. So you're still making an income. You can set small goals. Like, what I usually have my new coaches do is they will come in and I will set a goal of helping 3 people that month, because that in general that pays for their product. And so that is a really good initial 3-month goal that I put for them the first 3 months. And it adds up, you guys. It adds up really fast, especially because people typically stay on the supplements because they really are amazing. Shakeology is like an out of this world amazing product. And people don't usually just come in for 1 month of Shakeology. They stay for 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Typically, you know, sometimes longer. I have people that have been with me for 4 years on Shakeology, and you get a commission each time they purchase. So it's, you know, you're making it adds up because people, you know, let's say you sign up 3 people this month, and then next month those 3 people stay on Shakeology. That's an additional income that you're going to earn on top of the new clients that you find this month. So it just kind of like snowballs until, like I said, one day you wake up and you're making $500 a week, and you're like, how did this happen? I was just helping some people, you know. But on top of all that, you also get rewards every month. So Beachbody sends you a little, you know, like this hat that I'm wearing right now. That was a prize. They send you little things, just rewards, just for, you know, doing a good job and helping people get started on their journeys. You also get paid for trips. Next month we're going, or not next month, next year we're going on a cruise, an all paid for cruise that is for a family of 5. So I'm taking everybody in my family. This year we went to Cancun. It was all paid for. I took my whole family. Actually, if you see that picture on the bottom, I actually took my dad and my cousin too, which my cousin's my personal assistant. So I actually rewarded her with that. So I took them to a 5-day trip in Cancun, an all-inclusive resort at the Hard Rock there. It was a lot of fun. It's actually, the trips are super fun because you get to work out with the trainers and you get to hang out with your team. Like that picture on top, that's the dream team. So that is our team, you know, in our organization that took that picture together. So it's a lot of fun. And those are paid for you and your spouse, you know, or your family. And then you get to just be a part of this community and surround yourself with positive people. I don't know about you, but Facebook nowadays kind of sucks. Like, I really don't even want to be on Facebook anymore because people are just so negative. I'm from Brazil right now. They're having elections over there, and that's all people talk about, and it's really annoying and frustrating. But you get to be around, you know, a challenge group or people who are trying to make their lives a little healthier, a little better, and people who are doing good things for themselves. They just feel good, and so they have this energy about them, and you just get to be around that. And that's, to me, honestly, that's like one of the biggest perks, because when I came into this business, I was in a really dark hole. I was in a postpartum depression. I was overweight. I was alone. We had just moved to Florida, and I really, like, I had just lost touch with all my friends. I just felt really lonely and isolated, and this group brought life back into my life, you know, like it brought light back into my life. I was in a dark place, and it really took me out of that, and then just injected me with positive energy every single day. And it was something that really spoke to me, because I had never had that kind of sisterhood. I'd never really had a lot of girlfriends. And so for me, that made all the difference. Like, why do these people want to help me? Why are they so invested in seeing me succeed? And that just spoke to my soul. So I don't know if that speaks to you too, but that's what you get to be a part of, you know, if you become a coach. And then you just become a healthier and happier version of yourself. So even if all sucks, you know, if any, like, you fail as a coach, you suck, nobody ever signs up. And then the people who sign up, like, quit, or, you know, or the dumb things that we imagine that are going to happen, right? Because we get so scared of these things that we even, like, the things that we think of are just so silly. Like, I used to think that. I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to be the suckiest coach ever. Nobody's ever going to sign up with me. And then the people who sign up are going to quit within like a week. That doesn't even make sense. Like, if I didn't find anybody, like, how would they quit? And you know what I mean? Like, these are the things that we tell ourselves. So even if all that is true and it all happens and it sucks and you're the worst coach that Beachbody ever saw, at least you can get in shape and you can, you know, you can become a little happier and healthier version of yourself. So if you're wondering how this is going to work for you, how can you be successful? Because maybe you have, you know, no network, you have no experience, you don't know how to make a Facebook Live or whatever it is. We offer online training. So you're going to get an online training. You have a coach manual. You have a coach training bootcamp that we set up. We have one that, you know, our coach just happens to be the #1 coach in all of Beachbody for the past 4 years. She's amazing. Her name is Melanie. You'll get access to all her training as well, which is what we use to learn, so we're just repassing to you. We don't reinvent the wheel here. We just use what works. So you get guides, scripts, you get sample posts so you can learn how to word these things. You will get one-on-one calls with your mentor. You will get Zoom calls that we do collectively as a team. You will have support from your upline. We'll set you up with a success partner so you guys are bouncing off ideas from each other and learning from each other. This is somebody that has similar goals to you, that is in a similar place, so you guys can work together. You have access to the team page, the Concha Online office, which is amazing. It has what to do in your first 30 hours, your first 30 days, your first 30 minutes. So it literally has everything that you need to know. You really, guys, it's a system. There is no experience required. You really don't need a whole lot of I hate to put it this way, but you don't need a lot of brain cells to do it, because honestly, it's so simple that you really just have to follow the system. So what's the cost? A lot of people want to, obviously, this is one of the main ideas, right? First off, let me give you guys a little information on how you make money, because before I give you the cost, you want to know probably how you make it. And okay, so you get 25% commission on anything that anybody ever orders from your website. That is the least that you can get. You can get 25%, you can get 30%, you can get 40% depending on what they purchase. Actually, subscriptions are 50%. So depending on what they purchase, the least you'll get is 25% commission. And that, like I said, is residual. So whenever they buy it, if they buy it again, you get it again. You make also team cycle bonuses as you move up with the company. So if you decide to start a team of your own, let's say you sign up 3 people this month, and out of these 3 people next month, 2 people decide that they want to become coaches because they had a great transformation and their mom and their sister want to join them. And so you sign them up as coaches, and now you have 2 coaches in your organization. So you're starting to create a team of your own. When you do that, you get awarded a rank with Beachbody, which is called Emerald Rank. And when you do that, you unlock a business center. And with this business center, Beachbody will give you, they'll give you a set amount, let's say for Emerald Rank, which is the first rank, you get $14 per cycle. So it is based on team production. So whatever your team sells or buys, you get an amount. It's a percentage of what they make. So it's a ratio. It gets a little bit more complicated. We can talk about that definitely after you sign up, so that you can, as you get closer to Emerald Rank, and we can explain that better so you can maximize that income. But just know this, it's a weekly income that you make based on, your ability to mentor a team. And so that goes up, that keeps continually going up. As an Emerald Rank, you can earn about $250 max a week per team. And then as you go up, like Ruby, you get a little bit more. If you get, once you get to Diamond, it's like $1,000 a week. And then, it keeps going up as you move up in rank. So that part gets a little complicated, but it's another way that you earn money. You also make money off of the bonus week. So once you reach an elite, or you hit like a 2-star bonus, then you get a certain percentage of what the company has made that quarter. And that goes up as well. Like I just learned that if you're like a 10-star Diamond coach, you're making about $40,000 a quarter extra, just based on that, just based on your rank. So there's lots of possibilities for income, and it does add up. Typically what I set up, like I said to you guys, is about, you're going to tell me how much you need to make, but typically what I say for an easy 1 hour a day work is about $150 in your first month. That's my idea of covering your product just while you're getting your transformation. But I've seen coaches earn a lot more than that. And I've seen, coaches not make anything. So it goes on your effort and how much work you put into it. But if you were thinking about signing up, we can explain that compensation better. We have like a PDF that we can send you that explains that a whole lot better. It's kind of hard to explain it like this, but we'll definitely send you the compensation plan if you're interested in knowing that. I'm sure you are, because that's what everybody wants to know. Like, okay, how much money can I make? It really depends on your efforts. But the cost to sign up, you can sign up to be a coach for $40. It's $39.95. It's a one-time fee. You never have to pay that again. You can get that waived if you start off with the challenge pack, which we definitely 100% recommend, unless you've already purchased a challenge pack in the past. If you did purchase a challenge pack, so if you came in as a client and you last month started as a client with the challenge pack, and when we say challenge pack, we're talking about, you signed up for Beachbody On Demand and Shakeology or the Performance Line, for example. You get, and it's within your first 30 days, you can go and request the refund for that $39.95. So your quote sign up fee is waived. You can also, if you order a challenge pack today, that fee is also gets waived. So you don't have to pay that $39.95, and that's the initial one. From that day, after the first 30 days, so let's say you sign up today, October 25th, you will have a business fee that is ongoing that you will get every month, which is $15.95. And that covers everything that you need to keep your business going. So your websites, your tech support, customer service, and it also gives you 25% discount on all the products. So sometimes people are like, I think I want to be a coach, but I'm not 100% sure, but I'd like to test it out. I say, just sign up. As a coach, you don't have a quota to meet, so you don't actually have to sell anything, but you can still get to the 25% discount, which is basically what I pay, on my Shakeology, for example. It's a lot cheaper. So even for that, just for the discount, is worth paying the $15.95 if you know that you're going to stay as a Shakeology drinker, for example. If you're military or if you're married to military personnel, then you have all the fees waived. The $39.95 is waived. The $15.95 is waived. Everything is waived. It's just a thank you. Beachbody is very appreciative of the military. Also ships to any APO, so wherever you are worldwide, we ship there. They're just very passionate about the military. So it's really cool. It's a really cool perk. If you're military, it's a really, really good thing to take advantage of. It's a form you fill out. You have to send in some documents or whatever, but it's really cool. Okay, so, and then there's, if you decide that it's not for you, you can cancel anytime. There's no cancellation fees. You can cancel before the 30 days are up. You can cancel after. There's never any hidden costs or surprise fees. We tell you exactly what's going to be charged so that like I said, even if you just decide to, you don't have like a mandatory order to put in, you do need 50 PV to stay active, but that could come from your sales or for anything you buy. So you don't have to purchase anything to stay as a coach, if that makes sense. How do you sign up? You talk to the person who invited you here. You tell them how you want to proceed. If you want if you're interested in signing up, you can decide to be a discount coach. You can be, a coach in any capacity. You can be a discount coach. Maybe you do it just for the discount. You're not planning on making any sales, or maybe you just want to wait to see if you get a transformation. You can start off like that, or you can be a hobby coach. And a hobby coach typically is somebody who has a full-time job, loves the products, talks to others about it, and then, likes to earn an extra income. That was me when I first started. Right? Remember, I told you guys that I used to talk to people about it and I would sign people up. And then I became a business builder. So you can also come into the business saying, nope, I want to make enough money to quit my job. I want to be a business builder. So this person's all in. They really want to start a business. It's kind of like they're opening up a restaurant. They're serious, right? They're putting in time. They're putting in effort. They're trying to learn the business as fast as they can. And they're really committed to growing a team, and they want people to sign up, like they want to link arms with other people and start building their own team. It really is up to you what you do. We are not going to tell you, like I told you. You tell us which coach you want to be, what kind of coach you're going to be. And you can always start off as a discount coach and then, become a hobby coach, or you can start off as a hobby coach and then go to discount coach. Like there is no set in stone way that you have to do this business. So if you decide to do it, you're going to talk to a coach that invited you. You're going to together pick a fitness program that works for you. You're going to order your challenge pack and you're going to join the next challenge group, which our next group is going to be starting on the 8th. We're going to be doing an 80-day program. So it's an 80-day group. So if you guys are committed, it's a little bit of a more advanced workout, though beginners can do it. I've seen beginners do it, but I would encourage you to at least try out or talk to a coach. Talk to your coach and make sure that is a good program for you. But I tell you that we have people who got amazing results with this 80-day program. So that's going to start on October 8th. The faster you sign up, the better, because there are some discounts going on at the end of the month now that you guys can take advantage of. And then you have, you're a couple couple weeks to kind of get set up and start, working or learning your business before you actually start and commit with your challenge group. And then maybe you can even find some people to join you in the meantime. And then you're going to decide if you want to walk, run, or fly, because you're going to be the CEO of your business. So you're going to tell us how to do this, right? You're going to tell us how you want to work this. But before you discard any of it, maybe you've heard me talking and you're like, I'm still not sure. It sounds good, but I don't know if I'll be successful. I want you to ask yourself, like, don't ask if you fail, right? Because a lot of people are like, oh, but what if I start and nobody wants to join me? Or what if I start and I never lose a pound? Or what if, like, a lot of people have negative what ifs. Ask yourself, like, what if you were successful, right? Who are the people that you would actually be helping? Is there anybody in your family that you wish you could set an example for? Maybe your kids, maybe your husband, somebody. Like for me, at the time it was my dad. When I first started, my dad was really unhealthy, and I got him started with Shakeology, and I got him off his blood pressure medication, and it really made a difference for him. And that meant the world to me. And it really made me feel successful, because not only was I helping myself, but I was helping somebody in my family. And so that for me was, it was what did it. So maybe you have somebody like that in your life. And think about what difference would it make, if you really were to succeed. What if you were able to, earn $1,000 a week, which is what you make now? Let's say that's how much you make and you want to leave your job. You hate it. What difference would that make in your life? Would you be a happier person for it? Would you be able to be home with your kids? And then think about it. What are your fears? What really holds you back? Because a lot of times it's what, I'm scared of what people are going to think. I think I've never seen a coach that's not worried about what other people think. It's very rare that we come across somebody like that. And I want you to ask yourself, like, who cares? Who cares what people think? Like, think about yourself. It's funny to me that people will, not follow their dreams or the things that are their callings or the things that they want to do because they're afraid of what people are going to say or think. Honestly, people are too damn busy with their own lives to care about what you're doing. And even if they do talk about you, if you spend like 1 minute of your day thinking about that, then that's a minute wasted. You really should be thinking about, where do you want to go? Where do you want to be? Because at the end of the day, you're the only person who pays your bills, right? So what's your why? What's your motivation for doing it? Why would you care? Why would this mean anything to you? And what does success look like? Maybe, a lot of people, I think, are turned off by network marketing because they see these people who are like, oh, I made $1 billion this year and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, great for you, but that's not what I want. Like, I just wanted to replace my $65,000 that I was making a year as a nurse. That was my only one goal. And, and that feels like success to me, just not having to go in to that hospital and spend 16 hours on my feet, dealing with the crap that I had to deal with and being home with my kids. That to me is worth anything. So for me, that's success. That feels successful. I don't have a goal of making $1 bazillion million with this business. So of course I set financial goals. Of course I feel like my work is worth it and that I should be compensated for what I put in, because I add a lot of value into my team and my challenge groups. Believe it, I bust my butt to make sure that people get results. And so I do feel like I should be compensated for that, but I do not have a vision of making $1 million a year. I don't. It's just not what I want for myself. So ask yourself, what is it? And there's nothing wrong if that's your vision and you want to make $1 million. There's a lot of coaches in the network that had that vision that are doing just that, but that's not what it is for me. So you have to ask what it is for yourself. What does it look like to you, and what would it take for you to reach that? And what would it mean to you if you are actually able to succeed? If you set those goals and you actually went through, even if your goal is just, I want to lose 30 pounds. What if you were to succeed? What if you were to lose those 30 pounds? Would that make this worthwhile for you? So ask yourself these questions. Instead of asking yourself the negatives, like, start thinking and envisioning your life better. What if you did succeed and you were to reach your goals? That is what I got. Let me stop sharing and I'm opening it up for questions. If you guys have questions, go ahead and post them in the group. I'm going to take a look now and hopefully I can answer. I get like very passionate. I start talking and I talk a lot and I talk fast. So I will reach over to the group really quick. And I actually did a good job because it's 9:40 and we started on time. We're going to end on time. My husband's going to be so happy because that means we can watch a little TV. All right, so I'm just pulling up the group. And if you guys have questions, post them in there really quick. I think I answered everything that you guys had answered on the poll. And that's that. Okay. All right. Well, if you guys have questions, make sure you post them in a group. We can always do a live in there and answer your questions. Hopefully, this was informative. Hopefully, I was able to speak to your questions. Hopefully, I was able to paint a picture of what our team looks like to you. I was hoping somebody would hop on and say hi and share a little bit of their success story, but this was a total last minute type call. We had planned it for last week. Something came up, so I was like, you know what? Let me just do it today because I know there's a lot of people who are interested, and I want them to take advantage of the sales that are going on at the end of the month. So I was like, let me just do it today. So I hopped on and as promised. So if you guys have questions, make sure you post them in a group. We'll address it in there. If not, I hope you guys found this helpful. All right. I will talk to you all later. Hope to see you guys on the team. Bye.